Monster?
All right, have a great time.
6 weeks ago, 8 adults began a programme that would change their lives.
This is sort of my last chance. If I quit this time, I'm quitting forever.
All 8, for various reasons, had issues with reading and writing.
It's a horrible feeling, like, when my little kid comes up, like, and asks me to read a book, or I end up getting her to read a book out for me, like. She knows I can't read, like, you know.
Over the last month and a half, they've made the journey out to Moy Valley, County Kildare, and lived and studied together.
Exactly. He did it. I think it's fantastic. No, it really, really is.
They've had their ups and downs, but they worked through them. Now they begin the last weekend, all hoping to graduate and no longer be written off. It's Friday evening and our 8 students take their last trip to Moy Valley. After the weekend, it's up to them to build on what they have learned here.
I know there's going to be tears and stuff at the weekend, but I'm just hoping that they all get to, you know, go from here and go on and get to do what they want to do. And I know they will.
It's the beginning for all of us after this weekend. Like, it's up to ourselves now to keep in contact with everybody. So we'll do what we have to do now this weekend and get her cert on Sunday. I'm looking forward to that on Sunday. I can't wait for that on Sunday.
It's sad that's the last weekend, another way. But I've made friends that I'll always keep in touch with forever. Even if I only see them once or twice a year, you can always send them an email and wish them Happy Easter and Paddy's Day and Christmas and things like that, where I couldn't have done when I came here first.
I feel I found me, actually, in all the midst of the 6 weeks. I feel so much better with myself, so much stronger. So, onwards and upwards.
Well, lads, the last week of it, what am I going to do without it? No one said it was ever going to be easy, like, you know. If it was a study, like, you know, you get pain in your arse, you probably end up walking out, you know. But it wasn't. We had a bit of fun, you know. We haven't that deck of cards 3 weeks now. We still didn't get it.
No, I'll bring them up tonight. Let's strip poker, mate, right?
We'll have a game of poker tonight, yeah?
Oh, he said strip poker.
Right here, what he said.
I'm happy that I'm here and excited, and then the other bit I'm sad because it's the last weekend.
With 5 weeks of intensive learning behind them, Bobby and Kathleen talked to the group about how far they've come.
So here we are, weekend 6. You think back to weekend 1 when you walked in the door. Amazing just to look back at where you've come. And I think of the progress board of where you are now at weekend 6. You've all achieved your learning goal.
This weekend is the final hurdle for the 8 students. They'll all have to prepare speeches for their graduation ceremony in Dublin City Hall and finish their personal creative writing pieces. These will all be published in a unique written-off book.
That you've reached weekend 6. How are you feeling? Just one word to describe. James?
Proud of myself.
Right, okay, so you're proud. Fantastic. And so you all should be. Okay, so you're proud of yourself.
There's been a lot of ups and downs over the 6 weeks ends, and the fact that people have left their family and friends to be here. So I think it'll be great, and a great celebration that they can celebrate with their friends and family on Sunday. And all of the students have been writing a piece that it's all been put together for a book. What have you written about to date? Up to now, any of the sentences you've written that might help you? We're going to have the launch of this book on Sunday, so with everybody's own piece of their own writing. Thomas, for example, has written about his son's confirmation, and Ahern has written about a childhood memory. They've all written their own personal stories for this book. Very good. L-A-S-T.
Over the last 5 weeks, Anne Trinder has discovered that she has a real flair for creative writing, and putting pen to paper has also had a therapeutic effect.
Corey has noticed that I've calmed down and I'm not as angry as I used to be. I don't shout as much or get angry as much. I remember the first time I went back to school to give a talk to my son's class on reptiles. I wanted to turn and run like I have done all my life when I felt stressed. But those feelings went when I saw the expression of excitement on my son's face.
That really, really communicates.
To find out that I like writing and that it helps me to calm down if I'm stressed with that. So I found out a little bit about myself in the process as well as learning to read and write, so it was well worth it, yeah.
Okay, Anne, let's go over here and we start.
Anne's real passion has always been her love of animals, and with the new confidence the course has given her, she heads for work experience to Dublin Zoo.
I'm going to do a volunteer course of the day in the reptile house to find out a bit more about snakes and about reptiles. You can never know too much about an animal that you're keeping, so I'm really excited.
So this is our little vivarium for our Burmese python. So I have 2 pythons here, Brian and Monty.
I'm not a very good people person, which is why I stay with my animals, because they don't talk back to you. My Burmese now, she's an albino. Yeah. I've learned new skills being with the guys on the group, you know, how to communicate a bit better, and hopefully that'll continue. Hopefully I'll be able to go into situations where there's new people and be comfortable with it and not just, you know, turn around and walk out.
It's the last class on Friday night and the students are invited to take part in a celebratory cocktail challenge with a learning twist.
Guys, you all want to come around to the front. What we're going to demonstrate today for you. We're going to make 3 different types of cocktails. We're going to make a mojito, we're going to make a French martini, and we're going to do a non-alcoholic cocktail as well. First step, we're going to chill the glass.
All of the students are shown how to make the cocktails and are then split into 2 teams to see if they can follow and memorise the ingredients of each drink.
Oh, look at that, fella. Looks lovely. So again, you see it's 70 ml, 35.5, and 28 ml. Excellent.
It's brilliant today. Everyone is in high spirits. Everyone is just looking so forward to tomorrow and see what Sunday morning brings to.
Excellent.
Do you know, I didn't think I'd last, but I did. When you're here, you want to go. When you're at home, you want to be here. But this is the last weekend anyway, so. But I'd be delighted to see, see what I achieved, and get me cert. Because it's one step further to that job, isn't it?
Anne's dream job is to work as a carer with special needs children. She wants to build on the experience she already has. She goes out to St Angela's College in Sligo to see what qualifications are needed to achieve her goal.
Exploring your options, looking at level 3 and 4, possibly with Sligo VEC.
I want to come back here as a mature student. I have to go to level 3, 4 and 5 before I can do the special needs course, but I have to take one step at a time.
Maybe there might be an option to look at special education needs as well, sampling some of that on the Access course.
Yeah, we certainly could look at that.
I was never in a college before, never, because there's no point in going to a college because I had nothing to do with colleges. I hope I see it in September, permanent, that I can come and go as a student, as a mature student.
It's Saturday morning and the group take an art class with play therapist Darina Johnston.
The great thing about play is that it kind of takes us away from our words, and it's just nice sometimes to actually show how you're feeling as opposed to always talking about it. I want you to think first back, possibly one last time, about what it was like before this course, before this started, and the difficulties that were there for you. What colours would show that? What shapes? What does that call to you? Does that colour call to you about your feelings up until now? So black does. Yeah, okay.
What do you see in it?
What do you see in it? It's not, as I said, it's not about what I think, it's about what you think. There seems to be a lot going on.
Is that what it is in it?
Well, there's a lot going on. It's so many colours. That's what I'm saying. I can imagine there's probably a lot going on for you.
Probably.
Yeah. It's okay.
For the 6 weeks of the course, things have been difficult for Thomas. His wife has been very sick for the past 9 years, and with 3 young kids to raise, learning to read and write was a massive undertaking for him.
Do you have any homework?
I have some homework to do. I've loads of homework to do.
Tonight?
I have some to do tonight.
Can I help you?
Yeah, you won't be able to tonight because you've got to go to Cratty and then. My little young one, like, you know, she really got into it with me, like, you know, when I'd be picking her up from school, she'd be going through the spellings with me, like, and really getting into it, like, you know. And my oldest young one, then when they'd be in bed, like, she'd get stuck into it with me as well, you know, give me a bit of time, you know. I'm happy with the progress that I'm making, and I'm happy with where I'm at, where it's at to lead me to, you know. It's really up to myself, isn't it?
At the beginning of the course, we asked Thomas to read any section from the daily newspaper.
No, there's nothing in this I can read. I have seen some good progress with myself in 6 weeks. You know, I might as well have been looking at that, looking at a book. This bits and pieces that I picked up. I can pick up a book and, you know, with a little bit of help, you know, I've been getting through it.
And 6 weeks later,
I love Colm Farrell. He makes me look like a good citizen.
Thomas has a huge passion for horses but has never managed to put on a bet in his life before now.
Believe it or not, I haven't been in the bookie since I started the written arm course because at the end of it I'd like to be able to walk in and do the bet. If I can get myself back up to understand paperwork, and I will definitely own my own business, like, you know, paperwork was always a problem, like, you know, this time it won't be.